Mix105.1, the best mix of the 80s, 90s, and today. It's here from American Idol. Actually, he's in town for the American Idol experience at the Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
It's opening up and a big celebration going on there. David Cook is here from American Idol. How about that?
Yeah.
Pretty incredible. It's nice to have you here.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Yeah, so I asked this of Phil Stacey. We talked to him a couple of weeks ago, but he said it didn't really apply to him because they didn't really have the in-ear monitors yet. He didn't even hear anything he was doing, let alone the judges' comments. But
This was probably for the better.
Yeah.
I asked him if there are weeks or performances where you know what you want to do, and I don't remember you ever being off that much. That your brain's saying do this, and your throat's saying, you know what, I'm over here somewhere tonight.
It's towards the end of the season, I was just, it's just like, I don't really know what's gonna come out. We're just gonna have fun, I'm the Wednesday, the night that we announced the winner. I was just shot, and I think Archie and I had like 8 songs each that night or something ridiculous. So, you just kind of at some point you just kind of have to let go of that kind of control freak aspect of yourself and just say, okay, I don't know what's going to happen, but whatever I do, I got to act like I meant it.
How much did it help you that they had said that you could go ahead and bring an instrument up?
It was first mentioned at like the initial auditions back in my first audition was like August of 2007, and then I don't think we actually got to do instruments until Hollywood Week. For me, it was awesome because there was no way I was the best singer this season, no way, and. Yeah, but
who was then?
As far as just vocals, I got to give it to either Carly or Saisha. I mean, they're just powerhouse vocalists. So,
but you have that unquantified thing. You have it,
Thanks.
which that's
well,
it sells CDs.
I mean, for me, I wanted to, I wanted to represent myself, and I've always been a musician first, and yeah, I just kind of went on the show. I was like, I'm gonna do what I do, and if it works, awesome, and if it doesn't, then it's still one hell of an experience, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. David Cook's our guest from American Idol. Now, you took risks on the show, and when you get into the level that you are, you just have a platinum self-titled CD that's out there. Light On is a huge song. The tendency to the business is to make you sound like you sound, kind of figure out what that is, and stick to your guns and stick to the plan. Yeah. On American Idol, you like to mix it up. You like to take arrangements. You took your musicality, and I'm going to take this and put it over here. Are you going to do the same thing, or do you want to do the same thing with your recording career as well?
Yeah. I mean, I definitely don't want. I don't want I hope I say this, knock on wood. The next record. I don't want the next record to sound like this record necessarily. I want there to be some progression and some movement, and for me, it's just keeping it fresh and keeping it fun. Like I don't want to. I love AC/DC. It's one of my favorite bands, but they have found a sound for themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
I haven't, and I don't feel like I've found that sound yet.
Interesting.
I'll try other things.
But it's possible that your voice is that sound, and whatever you do around, I'm thinking like a Sting or
That's a good point.
or a Don Henley. That doesn't matter if I've never heard it before. The second they open their mouth, I know who it is.
So what you're telling me is I should put out a Calypso record.
That's right.
Okay, I'm on it.
Sure.
You read her perfectly.
With some mandolin.
Perfect.
Now, people are they idolize you, no pun intended. You idolize people that have been in the business for a long time. So where do you see yourself in this whole world of...
in 5 years.
Of being a music star, recording star? What's your place there? It's a very vague question, but...
I think for me, I don't want to ever just put out something that doesn't have substance. I don't take myself all that seriously. Like, I'll be the first to kind of knock myself down a little bit, but I take music really seriously, and so in that regard, I just I don't know. I just want to put out stuff that's going to be able to stand up long after I'm gone. Kind of this is my body work. This is my life's work. So I may as well make it count.
The cool thing, I guess, for us, and maybe it's a little scary for you, is that you get to go through this evolution in front of everybody. So we get to follow you on this path, and it's a cool trip for us too.
Oh well, I hope so, because it's pretty amazing on my end. I will say that much.
So your tour officially starts Tallahassee?
I'm excited. I just to get out and with the band and play these full shows as opposed to playing Light On for TV and stuff like that. It's it's why I got into this in the first place. I remember the first show I ever played was some girl's birthday party in Blue Springs, Missouri, and I loved it. We had like 5 people there, and I was just like, may as well have been 500. So now that we actually get to play to hopefully 500,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll feel like 5,000.
It may
it'll
do
get
a little better
exponential.
than that.
Yeah.
How did you put the band together? Friends from past? Or?
My guitar player Neil and my keyboard player Andy. I was actually in a band with them in Tulsa before Idol, and so I've known them. I've known them about 6 years. Great guys, amazing musicians, and then our rhythm section, our bass player Joey and our drummer Kyle, we found through auditions, and more important than all of them being great musicians, they're all just really cool guys. So I'm stoked to get into like really cramped bus quarters with them and see if we can all come out unscathed.
Or someone's writing a tell-all book at the end.
Right, exactly.
This is David Cook that's with us from American Idol. He's here in our studio for maybe just a couple more minutes here, and then he's going to have to scoot. But he's here in town for the American Idol experience out at Disney's Hollywood Studios. As they launch that and get that going, everybody's going to have a chance to come out there and see what that's all like. And some folks will get up there and actually perform as well. Yeah. Advice for people who want to try out for the show, or the best advice you've ever gotten as well?
I've actually used this advice a lot. Just don't try to be, just be. I think especially with the show, the way the show is formulated, it's beneficial to you to just be who you are. Because if you happen to win and you're not being true to yourself, then you're kind of stuck in this juxtaposition of like, okay, I got to do what people expect, but that's not me, da-da-da-da. But, best advice I ever got was don't try to be, just be.
And who have you met so far that will stand out in your mind as being, because, I mean, so much is thrown at you all at once, and there's these huge people that is like, this is so, and they're excited to meet you at the same time.
I guess it was a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago, I performed at the Glamour Women of the Year Awards at Carnegie Hall in New York. And, I was a surprise performer for Hillary Clinton.
Wow.
So I got to meet her, and she my apologies, she kind of geeked out on me a little bit. You know? And I'm just sitting here like, at the time she was senator. So I was like, you're a senator. I was on TV, you know? It's like, I'm the equivalent of like just some dude from a sitcom that you like, you know? So it was crazy, but she was just like, oh my God, I'm such a fan. And it was weird. It's weird.
Very cool. Hey, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
I know it's early for you. It's really busy, but it's really great to have you here. Everybody's excited that you've come in. David Cook, the self-titled CD is out there. It's already platinum, but that doesn't mean they've run out. You can still go get yours.
There's a few copies left.
Right. Get them before they go in the vault.
Yeah.
And
no, that's not no.
But you'll be hanging around at Disney and then up to Tallahassee to start the tour. Yeah. Very cool. Thanks for starting in Florida. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
David Cook from American Idol.